I thought we had a good start to the physical part of the practice week today. I thought we started fast. I think that's critical if you look at what Navy's done in the first half of their games this year. They've been able to pull out in front, I think, in every game. So it's going to be critical that we're ready to go from play one. Questions?
How did Verbitsky look?
He looked excellent. I think Brian does a really good job. He had a little quarterback in his background from high school, and he's a high intangible guy, a detail-oriented guy, and that's exactly what you have to have at that position running a scout team, because they're certainly going to have it on Saturday.
How much does it help Bob Frazier's experience? Obviously, he was here for a lot of those service academy games.
Sure, I think Bob was a big part of the process of crafting our defense. So it's a benefit to us to have him every week, and I think even more so this week because they've spent a lot of time studying it over the years and coaching against him.
Who do you see as the guys playing up against Navy? You said you don't run that regular base defense.
Say that one more time.
Who do you see the D-backs kind of playing up if you use two backers against them?
You know, in a game like this, you'll see a guy like Davon Jacobs and a guy like DeLon Stevenson. They'll be second-level players more so this week than third-level players. But we'll have some two safety looks where they'll be back. But they're going to have. But everybody, you need everybody in the run support, and I know we say that every week. But the run support is immediate now. You're not going to be the second or third guy to the party now. You might have to be the first guy.
How tough is it to emulate what Navy does, given that they do it every day, and you guys really only have a week to prepare for it?
It's very hard. It's very hard to do, and it takes a lot of planning, and it takes a lot of attention to detail by the guys who were on that scout team. And for the first day in pads, I was really pleased with how they looked. I thought they did a good job.
Kyle, you have a lot of corners who haven't played this kind of offense. How do you try to tell them about not being lulled to sleep? You know, because they'll go up top, obviously, when you least expect it, right? Yeah,
we certainly tell them in the meetings, but I think what you have to do is you got to mix those things into practice so they see it and they feel it and they understand how disciplined you have to be on every play, because all it takes is your eyes to be in the wrong place on one play, and you're giving them an opportunity to create a big one.
Coach, did Justin Goodwin take full reps offensively today, and if so, how did he perform?
He did. I spent most of the day with the defense. He'll take full reps with the offense all week. He's fully healthy, and we expect him to play.
Kyle, with that said, I mean, you've said before that it's difficult to play three running backs. How do you see that backfield shaking out?
I don't know that yet. I think as we get into the game plan and we get a little further into the week, we'll start to figure out how the reps will be doled out. But all three guys are talented guys, and all three guys can help us move the ball, so I think we got to utilize them.
That's my question.
All right.
You mentioned Jacobs as a guy who can kind of play down the second level, and obviously he's played a lot of different roles for you. Just how valuable is it to have a guy like him that you can move around?
He's a versatile body type for sure. He's got a body that could be a safety, could be a linebacker. We've played him in both spots in his career. He plays on special teams, so I think that kind of versatility lends itself to helping you use him in a plan like this.
White helmets with the flags this week?
We will. We'll have the Stars and Stripes on the helmet this week down there at the Naval Academy. Just our way of showing respect and a thank you to what they do for us in our country.
Is it a little different preparing for an opponent, maybe for the players that you guys respect so much? I mean, obviously every opponent you probably do, but is it a little bit different going against Navy?
I don't think so. I think the competitive juices get flowing pretty good, and when we kick it off on Saturday, we'll be thinking about being 1-0.
I think each week Andrew Terzilli's snaps have increased. How much? I know in the beginning you said it was maybe a factor of his health, but how much more comfortable does he look, week 3 as opposed to while he was trying to learn your offense?
There's no doubt he looks more comfortable in everything we're trying to do, getting used to Coach McDaniels and getting used to our system. And I think that'll continue to happen. He's a talented guy. I think as we continue to go down the road this season, he'll play more and more.
Kyle, is there one of those 3 second-team linebackers, TJ, Miles, or LJ, that's separated? We kind of group them together as a pack. Is there one who's stepped up as like a 4th linebacker?
I don't know if I'm ready to say a 4th linebacker, but I am pleased with Miles Nash's progress. I'm really seeing a jump in his understanding of the defense. Now this week's a different challenge because we're playing a different version of our defense, but even this week I've been pleased with what I've seen so far.
Are you looking at Kevin Wilkins as a guy that could play this year?
We are. Yeah, we are. I think Kevin's a guy who physically can do it. Now we'll see if he fits into our plan scheme-wise. But he's practicing with the defense this week.
Sorry, we continue with 2 punters, so you're still working with that?
We'll make that decision later in the week, but right now I'm leaning towards Timmy starting the game at punter. All right, guys, thank you.